Hello, everybody. This is this is Bugsy. This is Bugsy No Name, and yeah, we got a premiere. We have a premiere coming down the pipeline. A few when it's done rendering, we have Professor What? Yes, Professor What? Now it's coming. Now it's coming out a little. It's probably gonna come out a little bit later, but yeah, it's basically Fallout Who Vegas, but me just acting as my character. Well, not in episode zero. Episode zero is when I'm just acting like myself. But with episode one, we're going to act more. I'm going to act more like my character, and yeah. And I want you to know that this version of Professor White has nothing to really do with the current series I'm working on. This is just something to kind of get you guys acquainted with his character. Because I want to show you guys that various outcomes and whatnot. But there will be references to the main series that I'm working on right now. Like the stuff you do know, like. Well, actually, for those of you that don't know, Professor What was this thing I worked on when I was a kid. I used to watch old Doctor Who um, video, well, episodes on sci-fi. I don't know why they were on sci-fi. I don't know how they even got there, but I remember watching Tom Baker. I don't know how they got there because like America back then didn't really care about Doctor Who, so I don't know. But then I started making my own, uh, just real crude stories about stuff. But then when I saw Doctor Who in the revival and really pieced it together, that was the same Doctor Who I watched all those years ago. Started making a storyline about Professor What. Originally, originally he was gonna only have one companion, and the whole crux of like all most of the series, most of the series that I wrote were about him trying to save his brother, who got controlled by a god, a god of Gallifrey that was kind of a mix between Omega and like the Guardian from Ultima. Don't ask me why. This is like I don't know why I did this, but it is, and it's part of the lore. It's actually set in the Doctor Who universe, but it's but now I put it so like this is a timeline where the Doctor died in the timeline. Like and the nameless Time Lord, Chaos Lord. Yes, he was a Chaos Lord. You know the Time Lords were like, who's the hybrid? Yeah, I wanted to run with that idea. Like a Gallifreyan who fights like a who fights like a Saiyan, but who truly has a Gallifreyan mind. The whole Sally Acorn thing kind of happened because it was kind of a cross promotion thing I wanted to do with Sonic Boom Fighters, and it's something I scrapped. Where it's gonna be like, oh, the professor pretends to be like Bugsy the Hedgehog, and it was gonna be this thing. But I kind of scrapped that idea. But I did keep the alternate version of what probably Sonic Fighters would have been if I did that. So yeah, Sally is like his main companion and love interest. It's not in the mod because well that'd be impossible unless you can get like a Sally Acorn companion. But then again, there probably wouldn't be enough. People would have to actually program dialogue for her and stuff like that. But the Doctor and Sally have this very real romantic relationship that I've written in. Yeah, and you're probably like, well, isn't he kind of humanish? Well, let me explain something. He's part Time Lord and part Saiyan. And if Saiyans have taught me anything, they basically, it don't matter what, it don't matter. It don't matter if they look human or not. If they attractive, the Saiyans will hit that. That's all we need. That's all you need to know. I feel like Gallifreyans have evolved to the point where they just don't give a fuck, so they'll just get with whatever. So I mean, if y'all think it's creepy, I understand, but I'm not changing it. And please, please, for the love of God, do not compare me to a certain. Do not compare me to Richard Gere, please. This is just something I thought was kind of interesting and something I can do from a different angle. And yes, Sonic is like, okay, Sonic is in the series kind of, but he's kind of like their Mickey. If you guys don't watch Doctor Who, none of that's gonna make any sense to you whatsoever. But yeah. But he's not cowardly. He just gets more pissed off because the professor is always whisking Sally away to like new adventures and stuff. And Sonic and him butt heads uh, are gonna butt heads more in the series, and it's gonna be pretty fucking epic. But like I want to do it. I want to do because the thing about the professor is I want to do a Doctor S character who can go not only in time, not only in various periods of time, but other dimensions. And that is like ever since the Doctor went to the other dimension in like when he was still when it was still the Eccleston Doctor, I wanted to do that I wanted to do something like that. But I didn't want to just make like a fan doctor and explain that this is like the 115th version of the Doctor because that wouldn't make any sense. So instead, so Professor Wet was born. And I know, yeah, guys, you're like, yeah, Bugsy, it's still a little weird. It feels like a cringy fan fiction. I get you. I understand. But something, even certain fan fictions that can be cringe can be good if worked on the right way. And yeah, back in the day when I wrote some of this stuff, yeah, and there are going to be blurbs to past adventures that we'll write and redo in on my website, so you guys can actually like read those. And actually, I have this other idea for an outline if like the Doctor ever died and the Professor kind of took his place after say like the 12th Doctor dies, right? But like the Professor, but we start building up this nameless Time Lord that isn't really Time Lord, but we wouldn't be able to do the same Lord thing, but he would be combined with another warrior race. But yeah, and he would be the new Doctor, you know, with his own personality quirks and various other things. But yeah, I like have a whole outline for stuff I would have that I would do if I was doing like passing of the torch stories and stuff that's gonna be in the actual series that I'm gonna write. So it's gonna be pretty cool. And yes, since the professor can go through alternate dimensions, since the professor can go through alternate dimensions, we are going to see him in Teenage. He's not gonna be like there all the time because I don't want to do too many overlapping stories because Teenage is so new. Teenage verse is so new. But he'll pop in. He'll be like, "Hello." He'll be like, "Hello, everyone. I'm the professor, and this is my." And like sometimes he'll pause when he's talking about when Sally like busts out, like Sally walks out of his like TARDIS and he's just tongue tied. He's like, Yes, this is my uh girlfriend. Selling it going. Uh, so so I see what's the problem. I've written all my characters to be kind of chaotic, but I would say the professor is the least chaotic out of all the other characters I've created because he 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 well, you're gonna see it more of it, and there's gonna be hints of it in the in the few Fallout Who episodes. So yeah, we're not gonna really talk about that too much. I mean, I get it, but I get it if you guys don't think this is worth anything. I just kind of want to do it because heck, all the other fans are making fan made Doctor Who stuff. I just wanted to do my own spin on it, but he still fights the same kind of rogues because the Doctor's dead. Someone had to freaking defend the Earth from Saltaran Cybermen, Daleks, and he's the one that takes over the mantle in my stories. He works with Unit and Torchwood, but he's not like a member of them. He's just kind of a dude that they call because they can't call the Doctor, and the Professor has proved himself that he's pretty capable on his own. Also, there's gonna be some Captain Jack stories. Also, I want to do my own version of the four Doctors or five Doctors with different versions of the Professor. He's like, and yes, I'm gonna keep the joke where they go, "You remodeled. I don't like it." It's like, oh, you never do. Jeez. You know, it's pretty good when you think about it. But oh well. And I guess the professor doesn't really cuss like my other characters too. He'll say hell damn and probably bastard, but he doesn't go as far as that. Although I've been thinking maybe there's gonna be a Valyard version that's a lot more fucked up, but I haven't really given that much thought. But yeah, the video by the time you see this is gonna be up, so But yeah, guys, I hope you watch it. I hope you have fun. And this really it isn't really into the story yet because I was trying to get to the fucking TARDIS, and then the scorpions were attacking, and oh shit, it just turned into like this big thing. I had to literally cut half of it because it was just me screaming. It was just me screaming, "Fuck scorpions! No, no, God, stop! No, please, shit, damn it!" But yeah, we get to the TARDIS in the end. But yeah, nothing really plot heavy or nothing I want to infer plot heavy will happen. So it's kind of like the beginning of the pilot. Again, I wanted to do something Fallout related, but I wanted to do something a little bit different than just I get a mod, I play it, you love it. No, I wanted to do something more with that. And, one of the things I like doing is just doing playthroughs and telling a story within it with stuff like Fallout. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoy episode 0 of of I hope you like episode 0 of Professor What, a Fallout Who Vegas playthrough. Peace. But yeah, and I know he ain't the doctor, and I don't want to replace the doctor. That's the one thing I want to tell you guys. I don't want to replace the doctor. I don't want him to be like truly the doctor because he's still his own character, just kind of in the doctor's role because no one else will do it. but I still want him to be his own. He's still his own character with his own desires, wants, and needs. But we're gonna get into most of that in the actual episodes that follow. For right now, I'll be seeing you. Peace.